Hey guys, my name is Sven and I'm the pixel artist for Epic Byte Studios. In today's video I want to show you how you can draw an NPC for your own indie game. As always, I start by sketching on a fresh layer because I'm trying to figure out the shape of the NPC and also the perfect size for the NPC. Sometimes I think about a concept prior to drawing and after that I try to draw that concept. But in some cases, I just start drawing without a real idea, but I just go with the flow and then I often get good ideas while I'm drawing. I don't really have a fixed order on what body part I start with. Usually I start with the face, but sometimes, just as in this case, I start with a different part, and that's completely fine. But the general principle that I always follow, and which you will see throughout this video, is that I start with the outline, then the ground color of the skin, clothes, hair, etc. and then the shading. I approach each drawing this way, because then I can better focus on the overall design and designing process. So, outlines first, and I work my way up from the arm to the torso and head, while trying to figure out the shape. I knew that I wanted the NPC to have a big beard, so I kept that in mind for my sketch and added the shape of the beard pretty early on. Now that I have experimented a bit while sketching and nailed down the basic framework, I'm starting to apply the base colors as previously mentioned, while also refining some of the outlines. While sketching, it's very common to have a few rough or overly thick lines. It is also perfectly fine to experiment during the sketching phase. As you can see, I considered adding glasses but decided against it because it didn't look right, so I scrapped the idea and adjusted the face shape while already working on the colors. I also had several concepts for the eyes but wasn't satisfied with them, so I made significant changes to them. I will let the video play now until I'm done applying the base colors and refining the outlines before I start adding shading. For shading, I select one of the base colors, in this case the NPC skin tone, and then I lower the brightness by about 20 to 30%. With this darker color, I then determine where the shadow should fall on the character. In most cases, it's pretty straightforward to identify where shading is needed if the light source comes from like a frontal above angle. I begin shading the arm, then move up the shirt sleeves and continue working around the character, adjusting to the colors according to where the shadows fall. You may have noticed that also in addition to the 20 to 30% darker shade, I have also used an even darker tone to create a deeper shading effect. However, be cautious adding too many color variations, especially in smaller sprites, since this can make the shape and separations of the body parts harder to distinguish. As you can see with the beard, I have added a small highlight by taking the base color and increasing the brightness slightly instead of darkening it. This gives the beard a more 3D appearance and emphasizes its shape. In general, shading is crucial for making your pixel art look like three-dimensional. If you compare the NPC before and after shading, you will definitely notice that before looks way flatter than after and way more 2D. Once I'm mostly done with the shading, I make some final adjustments and then we're good to go. Now that we have finished the NPC, it's time to at least give him an idle animation and add him to our indie game. Thank you very much for watching, and also please comment, share and subscribe, since we are planning to create more videos, especially with all the progress we have made on Curse of Argion. We are really excited to share that with you.